Toyota Land Cruiser to the National Election Commission, known as NEC, to facilitate Election Commission's movement as the country supposedly heads to that poll next year.
The whole purpose of enabling the Commission to do its work in preparing South Sudan for the much-awaited national elections in 2026.
Well, meanwhile, in our second hour, we shall also shift our focus at a national organization which has initiated a gender-based violence program targeting more than 500 women with the legal aid and protection alongside business opportunities in central Equatoria. We shall listen to a voice of women in a roundtable discussion in the second hour of the Sundown. All you need to do is stick next to your radio. Let's now have a quick break, and when we bounce back, that's when we shall officially kickstart our show right here. Yes, a quick welcome back from that break, and at this juncture, let's take a look at what's coming up right here in the first hour. Let's begin with the development regarding the ban of Facebook and Twitter by the National Communication Authority. Well, yesterday, the Director General of the National Communication Authority, NCA, says Facebook and TikTok could be restored in the country within 72 hours. Speaking at a press briefing, Napoleon Adok explained that the platform were temporarily blocked to protect public interest and uphold social values. He said the suspension followed incidents of protests and looting that were fueled by inflammatory content circulating on the platform. Adok clarified that the ban targeted only Facebook and TikTok due to their higher volume of video sharing, which was considered sensitive during this period. He emphasized that the intention was not to block internet access entirely, but to address a specific concern. The National Communication Authority boss said there is a possibility that these platforms could be restored within 72 hours, even though the initial directive was for 90 days. Now let's listen to the Director General of the National Communication Authority clarifying the ban.
I was requested to make this statement to clarify the action we took yesterday, the National Communication Authority. We took the actions in compliance with Section 9G, which emphasized on us to guide the public's interests in regard to the Internet's activities. For the last 3 days, there have been a number of events that the country has witnessed leading to the protests that resulted in looting of public properties and targeting nationals across, certain nationals across the country. Those things have been contained, but we realized that the social media platform, some of the social media platform were continuing to circulate inflammatory and content that we found contravening values and cultures of our country. And we are mandated by law to watch out for those things and take appropriate measures. These measures are combined with other technical efforts that are going on. We have consulted the platform operators. Our directive were to suspend the Facebook and TikTok features specifically, not the entire social media. We all understand social media is much broader than those two, but we target those two applications because they have a high volume of video sharing in our country for this sensitive period where our people are going through. Of course, this decision did not go very well with a number of the publics. We have taken note of concern expressed by citizens and by stakeholders, including human rights groups, who also agree with us the measures to tackle how to deal with these videos that are circulating. As a result of these efforts, Meta platforms, they have been in contact with us and they have taken measures to blur out and also to remove some of those gruesome images that we were really concerned about. And as such, even though we have set the date for 30 days, it means that with this compliance, there is a possibility we can lift this, the ban of these two social media within the next 72 hours. It required that our intention was not to prevent South Sudanese from accessing information. Our intention is to create pressure for those making profits of the social media platform to also put effort into cleaning up the social media environment, because our children are accessing those images and we need to protect their mental health. And of course, some technical experts are also pushing to think that we have failed to block. Our intention was not to give you a blackout. Our intention is to target the major distributors of these two social media content, which is Facebook and TikToks, for which a certain cache servers are within our country. So these cache servers they were our target, and those who are operating them have effectively complied with this, and they are working with us collectively to find a solution. Our country, of course, does not have a centralized monitoring system. In fact, our internet is freer than the internet itself, because it is coming from abroad. We don't have internet at home. Most of it is coming from outside. And as such, so there are people who are still accessing those platforms using the VPN tunnels, meaning that they are actually accessing them outside the country. We know that if you are responsible enough to install VPN and access those content, you will be responsible enough not to disseminate those gruesome videos. So you are not actually the targets, and we are trying to deny the young people from accessing those videos. Now that we are cleaning, we are getting a good feedback from Meta and from TikTok. We are looking forward to resume the work as soon as all the data that we're targeting has been removed. Of course, we are not doing this alone. We are in consultations with all the other stakeholders in the government, the media authority, the access to information, and the security sectors. And of course, it means that this is not the first time. We would like to appeal to the public that when you identify some gruesome images that you think are not good, you should report it to the Meta. Meta has the algorithm that will be able to respond based on the number of reported users. I can reveal to you that we have a total of 2.7 million South Sudanese who access social media, at least who access Facebook and TikTok combined. So if all of us, these 2 million, at least a quarter of us report, identify and report those images, then the social media platform would regulate itself naturally without anybody intervening.
Well, that was Napoleon Doc speaking to the state-owned SSBC that yesterday. Now, following the ban, an economist and advisor in the office of the Vice President has also expressed concern over the economic consequences of the recent social media ban imposed by the National Communication Authority. Speaking to iRadio this morning, Dr. Abraham Malith highlighted that social media has become an essential part of that economic development in the country. Speaking, sharing his, of course, mind, now Dr. Malith warned that ban could disrupt businesses and that rely on social media for advertising, customers' engagement, and sale. Listen to Dr. Abraham Malith in this particular interview with my colleague in the past hour, and this is what Dr. Malith has to say in regards to the ban right here.
Social media, as I said earlier, is become a mouthpiece for some businesses, because we outreach ourselves through social media. So there are businesses that are selling and buying and marketing through social media. And that in the end, it's a job for those who are actually having those social media outlets. It's a job through which they will make a living. Also, government make money through these businesses by taxation and revenues. So yes, there will be an impact economically for sure.
And how would this ban affect the businesses, particularly those that rely on social media for marketing and communication with customers? Because we've been seeing these days most South Sudanese or most of the people they're having business, they're sharing their products online with their customers. So how is it going to affect them in general?
It will affect them because they will not be outreaching to their potentials, because now they will not be able to communicate at ease as the way they used to do. So attracting new customers or maintaining the existing customers now will be very difficult if this channel is restricted or blocked. So for sure, yes, they will not be able to reach their potential as they have the design to do so. So that is the case. Sure, yes. If somebody advertising their products through social media, then those advertisements will not reach to the potential buyers because there will be no medium to communicate.
And how does it going to affect the economy in general? Because now we are the country is facing also economic crisis, and now there's another crisis by also banning people access to social media. How is it going in general term?
It's going to affect, for sure. It will affect, as I said, the potential buyers and sellers will not be able to interact because this was the medium that they used to communicate and sell or buy the products. So that will affect people's livelihood because people who are relying completely on social media to be the medium to communicate with their customers and clients. For sure, they will be affected. That's a sure thing. But however, I am also saying, even though it is like that, our media authorities should sit down and try to work through. Those who are doing the pure businesses should be continuing doing the business. Those who are setting the hate speech and so on, they can be also looked into because the government has a lot of power to restrict things. And I believe for restriction, not the ban. I don't believe that the banning is what makes it, but you restrict it. If you see people are sending videos and hate speeches to the others, yes, those guys are making incitement. They should be stopped for sure. For us to live in harmony and safety. But restriction is what I recommend. It should be restricted.
Yes, and also Dr. Abraham, do you foresee any long-term economic implication for South Sudan? Especially, we know that majority of people use internet through these mobile services or telecommunication, and also they do pay taxes to the government. So with this ban, do you think it's going to affect the non-revenue collection that the government is generating from the mobile companies and the tech communication?
Yes, it will affect. It will affect immediately. It will affect immediately. There is immediate impact that will raise from here because this is the only way people are paying their tax through the internet platforms, right? So if you ban that, then it means these people are not able to pay. They can run away with the tax that they are supposed to pay. That's why I'm saying this thing can be restricted, and then people who are reviewed, who is doing the right thing, who is not doing the right thing. And it is the power of the state. South Sudan is a government. It has got the power to do such things because there's a law who does that. What I need to be done is restricted. Those who are doing what we call domestic businesses that makes money to themselves and to the government should be allowed to continue. Those who are selling the bad messages and hate speeches and things that are not economically beneficial to the country should be banned.
And before we wind up, what impact could this ban have on the broader tech industry in the country, including the internet service providers and the digital entrepreneurs?
It will. That's a great impact. It will be a great impact, and it could be negative if it continues to the next 48 hours. It's negative. So I'm urging the authorities to review this decision in the favor of those who are doing positive businesses towards themselves and the government. That's what I would recommend, yes.
What action do you recommend the authorities in this regard? Because the ban, according to the communication for the National Communication Authority, it is for 3 months, 90 days. So what will be your recommendation or advice as economists?
I advise our people to review this decision as fast as possible and do what I call a thorough a check on those who are doing positive businesses to be allowed to continue, and those who are doing negative businesses to be banned. So it has to be done immediately. Yes, you can make a decision, which is okay. You have to show the people that there is power here that can stop all this. Then now you look into the benefit of yourself as a government and the people who will benefit from this system. So I urged them and recommended them to review it so fast so that we're not going to do the same thing which happened last time. You know, there was a big load of trucks that are not able to come to South Sudan because of some misunderstanding or miscalculation. So we suffered. So we don't want that to be done again at this time. So we have to sit down and analyze it and get up with a very, very, what I call win-win situation. The hate speeches will be stopped. It is win for the government. Those who are doing positive businesses also will be allowed to do the business, but with the watch. They have to be watched. There should be a watchdog, meet a watchdog to see who is doing what. So that's how I concluded.
All right, that brought us, of course, to 24 minutes gone past the hour of that is 4, and you are still listening to the Sundown show with me, Madrama James, and you have been listening to that an economist in the names of Dr. Abraham Malith, who is, of course, the economist and advisor in the office of the Vice President right there. With that, of course, let's have a quick commercial break, and when we bounce back, that's when you will be having the chance to call us right here and share your thought with us on this latest development right here.
انتباه، كوليرا ده مرض خطير وممكن بيقتلوا في 3 ل 4 ساعات كان ما عالجوا. ولكن في خبر كويس لتا لقاح تا كوليرا البويدي بكاسما ووفي عشان بحميتا وبحمي أسرتك. لقاح تا كوليرا البويدي بكاسما ده وآمن ومجاني، ممكن لأي زول من عمر سنة لفوق، وكمان نسوان الحوامل ومحات الجرادة إيال عشان بيشيلوا لقاح تا كوليرا البويدي بكشمة. ومع كده ما بويدي لقاح تا كوليرا لناس العيانين أو ناس اللي عندو كوليرا وإيال الأمور تمن تحت سنة واحد. بويدي لقاح تا كوليرا ده في كاسمة وبويدي 2 جرعة، الجرعة الأول والجرعة الثاني عشان بيقوي مناعتك ضد كوليرا. بويدي جرعة نمرة 2 بين أسبوعين ل6 شهور بعد الجرعة الأول. ومع جرعة 1 انت بكون حامي جسم لمدة بوصل ل6 شهور، ومع جرعتين انت بكون حامي نفسك لمدة بوصل ل3 سنة. لقاح تا كوليرا البويدي بكاسما دي وبحميتا من أعراض تا كوليرا الشديد وبيقلل من انتشار تا كوليرا في مجتمع. كلتا ما فوتوا فرصة التطعيم في زمن حملة تطعيم البويدي بكاسما ضد كوليرا البيجا حاصل في منطقتك. كلتا يتذكر انه حتى بعد التطعيم او مهم عشان انت بيستمر في ممارسة النظافة والصرف الصحي الكويس. كلتا عالج دايما موية الشراب عشان بكون امن، وكلتا يستخدم بخانة، وكلتا معكرة في محل المفتوح. كلتا كسل ايدتك بموية النظيف والصابون، وخاصة قبل اكل وبعد كانت داكل في بخانة. وكان ظاهر ليتا او لأي زول تعرف علامات كوليرا كلتا اطلب علاج الفوري. اذا كان ايتا او اي زول من اسرتك او مجتمعتك عنده علامات او اعراض كوليرا كلتا بلغ طوالي لاقرب مرفق صحي او لعامل الصحي او لشخيلتكم عشان تبلغوا مساعدة طبية. لكثير من معلومات كلتا اتصل بوزارة الصحة في رقم المجاني 6666. رسالة دي بجالتكم من وزارة الصحة بدعم من منظمة الصحة العالمية يونيسيف والشركاء.
The Sundown for the news, views, opinion, debates and discussions. Listen to who is who talking about issues that affect our country and continent. Only on the Sundown, your eye on South Sudan.
Well, as promised earlier on that when we come back, of course, after that commercial break, I will be giving you that chance to call us right here and share your thoughts as you have heard from the NCA boss who said there is a possibility that Facebook and TikTok could be restored within 72 hours, even though the initial directive was for 30 days. Now, we are asking you, as a listener, what is your take regarding to this statement by the Director General of Communication Authority considering the restoration of the social media site. Hi, Radio.
Good evening, Madrama.
Good evening.
It is
Good to have you. Yes.
That is a good topic of discussion, by the way.
Go ahead.
Actually, the NCA have tried to violate the law that gives the right of a person and information and the right of dissemination of the information. In fact, I agree with him with the decision with those gruesome photos, videos that have been shared. But actually in South Sudan, technology is not to that extent that even the kids are able to watch. And the only thing that I don't like is that when they say, we don't need to see the videos. If those videos would not been shared on social media, the world would have not known the hunger, the level of hunger the South Sudanese have. Sudan. Alakala nas yazalu ashan social media. Social media ya قدر يخلي الجنوبيين يعرفوا إنه في حاجة عسل في السودان وفي جنوبيين تبعهم في جنوبيين قتلهم جماعة. لو كان ما في social media ما بكان زول عارف كلام ده. فدي ما National Communication Authority ما بقدر يديني حاجة ده يقول ليه إنه فيديوز ده عملوا circulated في social media. لأنه فيديوز ده لو كان ما عملوا circulated في social media كان جنوبي ما قدر يعملوا فيها حاجة عسل. فنحن ده فرق مثل وكويس إنه بعد المزارات اللي عملوا نفسه في جنوب السودان قدر رسل رسالة للعالم كله إنه جنوبي ناس الناس ما بيحبوا إهانة. إنه أنت لو هند زول جنوبي عملوا إهانة في بلد بتاعك الجنوبيين يمكن هيعملوا إهانة لزول بتاعك في مال بتاعهم. لأنه أصل حاجة عملوا السودانيين ما كويس. الجنوبيين اللي قتلوهم جماعة يدر بعدين ماشيين يعني كان مواطنين جارين بنعرف على 2013 و16 جنوبيين كان جارين إنه متبهر كان ماشيين كان نازلين. They were there as refugees. But what happened? The Sudan government killed them as refugees. So it is not that people could just keep quiet and say, okay, it is a different authority who have done that, and we are here. We have to be diplomatic. There is not such a diplomatic that we should not act to tell the world that we are not happy to what happened.
All right. So, for the interest of time, Diang Deng, thank you very much. We also give opportunity to someone else. But your concern, I'm sure it has reached also to some other or concerned authority. Radio?
Hello?
Ayua. Shukran jazila na Mama Maria.
Ay, yala tayo ni wala tayo. De mahal. Algal gid gusum Facebook de mahal. Hal de lana kanana ya gifakin kan nasa ajadu munarfu zol masalan algawon su kalam albatali algawon su kalam karhiya algamu lajada albatali gifakin nas gol batanas be wajade yani kulipo so ya dawo ya bilgo kudu asan bagin algen nasru kalamar albatali de bigo mun de kafu lakini kalam de mimi miteni ya tuzo tumu kuma sunu ye bori kalamar algol batanas je waja kalam de ma hasan yala le kalam de na kartu me kuma ya nasru kalam de kuma ya mul video kuma go la san tin na afu katan kuma ma amulu anna ma bar gal na sanna de katulu ke wala katulu ke besin na basu magal yulbin katulu lakin na ma no katulu ko mon de kan de atuno lakin de kuma bara ya amulu
na masi asi Mama Maria Nasgad bonus ma Director General bita National Communication Authority galmon gad bihali lo kalam de bimana fi 72 دقائق بكون في طريقة عشان social media بذاتها فيسبوك وتيك توك بقدر يجاو في محله. طب بقول شنو؟
ايوه ده ما بطل ده ما فوق حاجه بطل على السلو على قال جاتوا من بيقفلوا كانوا ما نعملوا كده ده لغايه يوم الاثنين باينوا ومن بفتح لنا ما في مشكله. يلا بس انا بكلام تاع الناس دول ناس اللي عملوا جوون كلام طاري قصه مناس دي ناس حاجات اللي وجدوا بسرو حاجه بطل ده كل يوم بتدوم كل يوم ناس ده يلا بعملوا يقبلوا من ناس باقي الناس دي بكافو في ناس ثاني انه ما عنده اي مشكله ما kalam karahia wili sitima wili sunu uma main de bas kita ni de won suma afana liwel ita kungo won suma nafalu ita gatu mayelu mini kamsana ita kungo won sumo yala de jibo asin le nas gatu ma le na barao.
Shukran Carlos Mama Maria wasan musharaka. All right, I radio. Aywa.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And good evening to listeners and the regular scholars.
Thank you.
Good evening, James. Program, the Jeep Gala program, available. Nazal internet. Ma baarif, bamshi ween, ubarja ween. Gaadin tinnif. Leena bugul kade. Hello?
أنا معك أي.
عشان انت زول عندك دخل فوقه شغل عندك دخل فوقه ما تقبل عشان انت تقفل الباب لانه باب اللي عنده دخل خليه مفتوح عشان دخل بتاعك بيجي 24 ساعه.
نعم هسي يا تلفوك هسي دايركتور جنرال بقول ما قاعد بالي لو كلام ده لو في طريقه بكون في 72 دقائق ده سهادل بيمون بيرستور كلامات الكل انت بقول شو؟
كلام ده انا داير عشان اكون فيسبوك ده ارجع ورا عشان يشتغل ولا تيك توك الكلام انا داير نقوله الناس اللي قاعدين القدام اللي ونس القدام معي لانه دايرين اللي انا اكون متاجر السودان انه باور عشان تعمل سبسكريبشن لازم الزول عشان ابقى الصف بتاعه بلا الرقم بتاع ناشوناليتي لأن الجنسية بتاعك ده أثناء أنت قاعد فوق ده بتجيب لك لو أنت بعمل مشكلة لو أنت بتتكلم على حاجة ما معقول عشان الناس العاملين بفتش لك المال أنت قاعد فوقه وبمسيك وبسبوك لأنه كان أكير من الكون العامل ده عشان الباني بتاع الشبكة ده بتاع إنترنت يكون ما كويس لأنه الناس بعمل على حاجة يكون في يستفيدوا وفي الطريقة الرسمي لأنه لو كان ناس دايركتور ده اعمله عشان اعمل البيانات عشان زول داير يشتغل في الفيسبوك خلي تتسلسل بالرقم بتاع الجنسيه وصوره بتاع الجنسيه بتاعك يكون يعني قاعد هناك لانه لو يشتغل الملف لانه لو انت شغال فحكومه عندك ملف
شكرا شكرا جزيلا وسط زمن تلفوك انا وديك تقريبا 5 دقائق نمسي لزولي اي راديو. Good evening Joseph.
My brother, the Director General, has to review his decision because his decision is the wrong decision, my brother. The Vice President advisor said that it will affect people, but he's already affecting people. We witness that. The decision of the director is supposed to Sudanese who do that because it is the government of Sudan who do that, and they are not even close their Facebook in their country.
Now, Joseph, are you welcoming the announcement, or what do you wish?
I'm coming to that point.
Yes, because of time, yeah.
We have that information that we get information through Facebook that South Sudanese they were killed in Sudan, and if South Sudanese director of the communication authority closing Facebook that gives South Sudanese information. These are South Sudanese in color, but it's in inside it's not South Sudanese, it's Sudanese inside. So what we want there, it is must to review his decision because it's a bad decision, it's affecting his people.
All right.
Why say it's Sudanese? What we want now, it is the authorities to appeal to this director because he say he's consulting. Why is it consulting Parliament? Is it consulting the public? Is only consulting security organ, which is one who gives him directive to close. And it is a bias to the national constitution. You have to follow constitution being done in the parliament. And if you consulting the other authority, which is not concerned, this is intimidation.
All right. Thank you so much, Joseph, for your concern. I radio. Yes, if in case you have just joined us, you are listening to the Sundown Show with me, Madrama Jamison. We are taking a look at the pronouncement made by the Director General of National Communication Authority. They are saying there is a possibility of restoring Facebook and TikTok within 72 hours. We are asking you, what is your take on the announcement? I read you. Aywa.
Rata beno ajere de man rena hal ena san dugo budu dugo fuge TikTok o Facebook da
De mai munawel Gordon yes tasan min wen
le mangaba
nam gedem kalas be musharaka
rata beno yani ana wugi be rata director general da rata ay kalam to de machine bena hal bena san dugo fuge TikTok Facebook deh. Asa natal yang natal di apply sekolah dalgam lois sunu data tijara del. Yara jadi maga asal benar. Dia zolle wonu sudah. As maja deh kulu bahasa benar. Jadi ngeli pun wahidin. Jadi nas ma isilu haja besi. Beno aja dari kira gal kalas de ya de ya jibu musyra. Ma musyra de mahal kulu.
Alright.
This ya bi bon Suleiman then na gani go ibil ba de haja al hasal lahu hasal.
Alright.
De afara tanna ko man.
Shukran Khalisa kuna Gordon min Lemun Gaba radio. Alright, dalo min ken dum hanina safi musharaka na bugola marhabeka de Sundown maakum fi takdima ana Madrama James wa nina gada binakisha fi mawdua la Director General bita National Communication Authority bugul ngala bukun fi feriga bena itninu wa usebena saate
time to protect your under 5-year-old children against polio, even if your child was vaccinated before.
Marhabek.
Ana dari wani se kalam bita nasabbe. Taro bhajal na bujiri gambo ma batal. Asanjer nagul jale yani Kita sendiri sama kuis. Alkanjol bum des de to jeta barene zale jol dugul jale ala bokoran na mere kanya kede ma pata.
Omoni asakarani ne.
Mazor altala on bari galle jere dokule sakaran lana wasro wiski.
Witaruf ke bo sakaran.
De figira babel sakaran. Ander orde ya madama yin. Dennes wa hajal hasil bit 32 state. Nazma 32 state. Nas in gum dale gale bo garabe 32 state. Sama neng wede reja within state. Aku made kanu mobbe bid zagana aku made bederi gade. Umulia bid zagana mana sala kan de montam lagin geri ana ma bonus ketir.
Na masa fera bitake Facebook ma TikTok yarja wala ma yarja.
Ma berija ke kan mar ya umonja de umon de eto monde mum bibi just de group alja minwen. Ma guru ya umum tak minina kan ke konduka wasuna jalu manas kobar dia haja under ada ufina jatu business teman fi aja di social media kan karena TikTok yani disibita kan ta zalan kama morta ta ben haja alfani ta bata ko ita predita ready bilta to jate beras resala alda bidigo bitla genar.
Alright, shukran Khalis Joseph Konyi. Shukran jazilan be musharaka. Radio. Radio. Yes, still you can call us right here. And I would like also to thank those who are watching this program live. That's via our YouTube channel. And remember, if you have not yet subscribed to that's our YouTube channel, you can do the same. We are remaining with about 4 minutes before we cross over to another fresh item right here. Radio. Radio. All right. Hi, Radio.
Hello.
Aywa.
Hi.
Mai muno watasan minwen.
Peter.
Peter minwen.
Talata.
Nimera talata marhabek Peter.
Welcome to the studio.
Ma batal.
Okay, let me welcome the Move Health Director talk. So the decision is okay. Let them return whatever the Facebook and TikTok.
Mm.
Yeah, like now we are just like in the dark place or in the dark area. We are not seeing anything, and it is our right. Let us see what is going on.
Mm.
So that is what I can say. Let them return whatever. Let them return the media.
Thank you very much, Peter, for sharing your thought with us. Hi, Radio. All right, 3 more minutes to go, and you can still call us right here and share your thought with us about the announcement made by the Director General of National Communication Authority that a possibility of restoring Facebook and TikTok in the country within 72 hours. What do you have to say about the move? Radio.
Hello.
Ayua.
Madrama James, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you. You are talking to everyone down in Jebel.
Welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you. So, what I can say, the decision that was brought out by our government is very wrong. To close Facebook and TikTok. What I buy is, if they are hearing us, citizens of South Sudan, let them close TikTok. If they are able to separate Facebook and TikTok. If not, let them not attend, because it is a freedom of expression to citizens of South Sudan. Number one. Number two, let them close the rest like Instagram and TikTok, because TikTok is doing things which not logic to the country. Because I have Facebook, but I don't use TikTok.
What are those things that you really dislike from TikTok, if you can mention? What is that specific content you dislike from TikTok?
So the concept what I get from TikTok, they are abusing our leader. One. Number two, they are taking our country, its image out to be seen by all world. Even there is some people in America, they are abusing South Sudan. What they are citizens of this land. So that one, they need our government to take action against TikTok.
All right.
Instead of Facebook. This is what I can say.
Thank you very much for your thought. And with that, of course, we have come to the end of our first discussion right here. And then let's also shift our focus to another item. And that will happen particularly after this break. Thank you. Let's keep the conversation going right here, right now. Nemshi besa fi fasil besidi ala badelo anerja anabugadim mahakum tuwali fi musharaka.
Itabasma le radio Hagiga I radio enatakum fi Junub Sudan.
And indeed enatakuna fi Junuba Sudan. Now let's turn to the election preparedness in the country as the country gears up for its first democratic exercise. There is a growing support from regional partners to ensure the process run smoothly. While in a significant gesture, the South African ambassador to South Sudan, Malondi Moufi, has donated a Toyota Land Cruiser to the National Elections Commission, or known as NEC. This vehicle is aimed at facilitating the movement of election commissioners as the country prepares for elections. Now scheduled for that 2026, which is next year. Ambassador Malondi emphasized that the donation is part of his country's commitment to supporting South Sudan's transition to that democracy. He pointed out that easing mobility challenge is crucial for accelerating preparation for that election. According to him, collective, regional and international support will be key to overcoming the hurdles facing the youngest country's electoral body. Let's listen to Ambassador Mulando Mwafi, who spoke to the media shortly after the handover ceremony here in Juba yesterday. And this is what he had to say.
It gives me so much pleasure as an ambassador from South Africa to donate a Toyota Prado from the government of South Africa to the National Elections Commission in the Republic of South Sudan for the sole purpose of enabling the commission to do its work in preparing South Sudan for the much awaited national elections in 2026. We hope that through this small gesture of a token of good faith, the Commission will be able to do 2 more steps more than what it used to do before we made this donation. And we hope also that the Commission and us will always work together now. There isn't much time until the next elections. We shouldn't wait until we go to early next year and say some things, there are loose ends here and there, the elections cannot be held. This time around, I'm sure even South Sudanese are calling for elections. And I know as I drive around in the country and walk around in the country, people are calling for elections as well. And we hope that our leaders too will do their best in South Sudan to ensure that democratic elections are held in South Sudan. South Sudan is a very great country. I've been here now. This is my 3rd year. Next year will be my last. But this is such a beautiful country. And if only there can be peace and democracy in South Sudan so that democratic institutions are built in South Sudan, the vulnerable people of South Sudan will be able to access critical services they so much need to rebuild their country. Thank you so much. Let me hand these keys for the car to you, Prof. These are the keys of the car which we are donating. It is parked outside there.
Well, that was Ambassador Molondi Mofe handing over the key during the ceremony right there. Meanwhile, when he is part the chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Professor Benigo Akok, called on African partners to set up their support to the commission. He stressed the need for assistance to ensure smooth conduct of the general election. Let's listen to Professor Benigo during his brief statement to the media yesterday.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, Amen. We are delighted as a commission today to receive a gift from our South African ambassador who is here in Juba. What we can tell him is that thank you very much for the effort you've done to us. Thank you very much to be the first to give us the offer. Thank you very much to come and see the commission. What we need you now, when you leave this place, express to our African brothers and sisters that let them come and assist us so that we go to the new phase of running the election 2026 freely, fairly, to transfer power peacefully. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yes, South Sudan's elections initially scheduled for that December 2024, which was last year. And with this, it has been postponed by another, that's 24 months, with the polls now set for that's 2026. The presidency attributed the delay to the slow implementation of the critical task outlined in the 2018 revitalized peace agreement. Now we ask you, what do you think about the progress towards South Sudan's first democratic election? Share your thought with us by calling that our studio line on that 0911 or 22 986 9 886. Our studio lines are open for you, and you can share your thought with us. iRadio. iRadio? All right. Please, you can still get back to us. I don't know whether it's a network issue or there are some other technicalities you are facing, but otherwise our studio line remain the same. iRadio.
Hello?
Ayuwa Mama Maria.
Ayuwa.
Marhabeka tani mara.
Bata kwenye be Ingilizi tu wali wonu suba Arabi. Mama Maria mabafanya Ingilizi.
Na Mama Maria zai Junuba Sudan gad bi jai subado la intikabat bita sena aljaita bugul shino ya mama.
Ayina jaisin. Be haja nina dari japo. Mini awal kan na dari wasulu intikabat kula amulu. La anu suluka na amulu bikin tagayar be jaya wali tay. Ana der ki sur de taman alpen sito sindel sabi. Kedi nase gaidu tehek wonu su mon badun ki tarabija nas alfikem kubu ko lijibu. Nas teninga tale barabele de asu magale nas takem jibu jowu bi ka kosu mon bija mun jamulo election UI. Anna der election de lajim kalamu nafsa to.
Ma Fizol bugul election de mahaja alwasil fi yom wa derlo mujaisa da ka muwatin wa ka ma umata Junuba Sudan tabe shuf de shuni ya dare kun fi mahalo shan intikabadi yasil kwes.
حاجة أنا داير أول حاجة عشان إلكشن بابو نفسه تو أنا داير أمني بكل تمام. نمرة 2 أنا داير ناس كم بكل كل جهود. نمرة 3 ناس تنا الكبار ده لمن في برنامج ده كلهم كتقول بتومن بكون واي ما تقول تاني إندس فكرة تاني براو كل فكرة تومن بكون واي عشان كلام ده بيجا واي.
شكرا جزيلا. iRadio. Yes, according to that Mama Maria, there should be a good security and repatriation of South Sudanese who are outside the country for the conduct of that smooth, fair, free, and transparent election 2026. iRadio.
iRadio.
Now.
This Peter again.
Peter, welcome on board.
Yeah, what I can say regarding that election is that I like our government to give us peace first. Apart from peace, I don't think whether there will be an election. I would like to provide the security as Mama
Maria.
Yeah, Mama Maria put it. We need security and peace. Our way, we citizens of South Sudan, we need to love ourselves. We need to come together to unite, and then we love ourselves.
All right.
So after that one, this whereby I think peace will be there, or election.
All right.
So I would like them to bring us peace first. After that, election. Otherwise, it will be other things.
All right.
Election, yeah.
Thank you so much. That was Peter, all the way from Nimra Talata here in Juba. Peter bitifang ma risala luma bitena Mama Maria Buodi ngala amashi ikona salam. Badak baga hajata nin kotarre biyeji taban salam muhim kalis. iRadio. Naam.
I talk with Gabriel
Dengdud.
I want to thank Africa Governor who donated the vehicle to South Sudan National
Commission.
Yeah, I want to thank so much because we are going to the election. In election, there are not scheduled. Election day shall sorry. Okay. Sure, bara o shito go jalag the governor of the South Sudan was not working so much. I want to tell the governor of South Sudan to work up and do election. Election will bring us a peaceful place. When we put election
election, we push election. We cannot do anything.
Yeah, Gabriel Dengdut.
The government of South Sudan to work up
Yeah,
and do.
yeah, Gabriel.
What we are going to do.
Gabriel Dengdut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are urging the government of South Sudan to wake up. Who told you that they are sleeping?
I see. There's no, there's no appearance with election. They're talking election, but not okay.
Okay. Ita gaset campaign yani?
I gaset campaign. I start campaigning now.
Okay, shukran jazilan. All right, I read you. Aywa.
This is me to folk again.
Good to have you once again.
Yeah, Madrama James, embassy bita South Africa, bashkuru. Dano shokol amanodolan tamaman. Shokol bita intisabat der Arabat der Amri wasa anina يعني مقصودين كان دام بتاع ربادل لانه ربادل بام توزيع لولايات لثلاثه ادارات ومحافظين بتاعهم كلهم عشان يكون يعني صناديق وواجهات بتاع ترتيبات بتاع الكشن يكون موفر. نمرة 2 زي الماما ماريا اتكلم فوقه لا انا عملي ده الزمن اللي قاعدين فوق ده شهر واحد ده يوم 24 لغايه يوم 27 ماندي عشان حكومة تعمل ترتيبات بتاع الامني.
شكرا.
بالمالات الفوق والمشاكل. اثنين نمرتين يعني زي الحاجات بتاع الكشن يكون يعني التسجيلات بتاعهم عشان يعملوا الزمن اللي قاعدين فوق لكن الناس بتاع الحكومة وزول الهيد بتاع
تلفوق
كوميشن عشان يعمل الترتيبات بتاع الشغل بتاعه يكون الشعب بتاع جنوب السودان يشوفوا لا زوده ماشي كويس.
Alright, shukran Kalis. Alright, nina biga machine fi rasa akbar wa badaka na bierja bata anawen bita akbar kelik bes gerib jam hiza bitaki wa makum kan fi tekdim Madrama James no gabil tani fi second hour.
This is iRadio.
The iRadio.
Your eye on South Sudan.
Hello, I'm Madrama James. It's 5 o'clock time for iRadio News headline. Look at what's coming up at 7 o'clock in the news bulletin. The press officer for the governor of Upper Nile State announced that 130 newly constructed structures, houses in Malakal have been completed and are now ready for occupants. A national organization has initiated a gender-based violence program targeting more than 500 women with legal aid and protection alongside business opportunities in central Equatoria. And the Director General of the National Communication Authority NCS says Facebook and TikTok could be restored in the country within 72 hours. Tune in for these stories and more coming to you in our 7 o'clock bulletin. And now here's my colleague Baria Johnson with Arabic News headline. I am Madrama James. Thanks for listening.
أهلا ومرحبا بك. ده زمن عناوين الأخبار من آي راديو وتفاصيله حيجيك في النشرة المفصل في الساعة 7:30. أعلن مسؤول الصحافة لحاكم ولاية علي النيل عن اكتمال بناء 130 بيت جديد في ملكال وهي الآن جاهزة للسكن. بدأت منظمة وطنية برنامج للعنف القائم على النوع الاجتماعي بيستهدف أكثر من 500 مرة بالمساعدة القانونية والحماية إلى جانب فرص العمل في الاستوائية الوسطى. وبيقول المدير العام للهيئة الوطنية للاتصالات انه فيسبوك وتيك توك يمكن استعادتهم في البلاد خلال 72 ساعة. خليك في اي راديو لكثير من الاخبار اللي حيجيك في نشرتنا المفصل في الساعة 7:30. انا كنت معكم باري جونسون. شكرا للاستماع.